In the vast Taklamakan Desert, warships rise from the sand, not the ocean. China has built full-scale replicas of U.S. Navy ships here, including a Ford-class carrier. Nearby, Arleigh Burke-class destroyers complete this ghost fleet. These targets are used to perfect weapons meant to sink real carriers. By building them in plain view, China sends a clear message. We can find and hit your ships. The silent ghost fleet is a warning and a challenge. The Taklamakan Desert is one of the harshest places on Earth, scorching by day, freezing by night, and almost lifeless. Yet here, China has built a fleet of warship replicas. The location is no accident, its remoteness offers secrecy for military tests. The clear skies are perfect for satellite-guided missile trials. The desert's flat, open terrain is an ideal laboratory for weapons development. Warships belong in water, but here their shapes are recreated in sand, jarring, almost surreal. For China's military, this makes perfect sense. They're not testing ships, they're testing their ability to destroy them from afar. The desert's simplicity helps missile sensors learn to spot a ship's unique shape. Practicing here is a crucial step before targeting real ships at sea. The sea of sand is the first classroom for China's ship-killing missiles. Every test here brings China closer to its goal, making the world's most advanced warships vulnerable. The Taklamakan is now a proving ground for the future of naval warfare. In this remote desert, the next generation of military technology is taking shape. The world's oceans may be the ultimate battlefield, but the fight begins here. China's ambitions are written in the sand. The Taklamakan replicas are not just outlines, they're full-scale, sophisticated models. The main target, a U.S. aircraft carrier, stretches over 300 meters, matching the real thing. Its three-dimensional structure mimics the silhouette and radar signature of an actual carrier. Nearby, detailed destroyer replicas complete the simulated strike group. Sometimes these targets are arranged in realistic formations just like at sea. The materials matter. Metal frameworks create authentic radar reflections. Some targets are even mounted on rails, allowing them to move, simulating ships in motion. Hitting a moving carrier from 1,000 miles away is a technological feat. By practicing on mobile targets, China is solving the hardest problem in modern warfare. These tests aren't just about hitting a ship, they're about hitting a ship that's actively evading attack. The Desert Fleet is a training ground for real-world scenarios. Every detail, from radar signature to movement, is designed to make the practice as realistic as possible. China is preparing for the complexity of actual combat at sea. The message is clear. They're not just aiming for targets, they're aiming for mastery. The Taklamakan is where theory meets practice. Here, China is learning how to challenge the world's most powerful navy. The stakes are high, and the training is relentless. The desert is where China's ambitions take shape. The desert targets exist for one reason: to test China's carrier-killer missiles, the DF-21D and DF-26. These ballistic missiles are designed to hit moving ships at sea, a feat once thought impossible. The DF-21D, with a range of 1,500 kilometers, is the world's first anti-ship ballistic missile. Launched from deep inside China, it can threaten ships far out in the Pacific. The missile travels at hypersonic speeds, making interception nearly impossible. Its maneuvering warhead adjusts course in the final seconds to strike a moving target. The DF-26, known as the Guam Killer, can reach 4,000 kilometers and is dual-capable, conventional or nuclear. These missiles are the spearhead of China's strategy to keep U.S. carriers at bay. For decades, U.S. carriers were untouchable. Now, China aims to change that. The existence of these weapons is a direct challenge to American naval dominance. The desert tests prove these missiles are more than theory. They're a real threat. By developing credible carrier killers, China hopes to make the U.S. think twice before sending ships near its coast. The balance of power in the Pacific is shifting. The Taklamakan is where China demonstrates its new reach. Every successful test is a warning. The era of uncontested carrier power may be ending. The world is watching as China rewrites the rules of naval warfare. The Ghost Fleet is the proving ground for this new arsenal. China's desert tests are high-tech operations, starting in space and ending with a missile strike. First, satellites scan for targets, just as they would at sea. In the desert, these satellites track moving ship replicas, testing real-time targeting. Data flows to command centers, where operators calculate the target's course and speed. The missile is launched, but the target keeps moving. Satellites update the missile's guidance mid-flight, ensuring accuracy. As the warhead re-enters the atmosphere, it uses onboard sensors, radar and infrared, to find the carrier's unique shape. The detailed desert replicas are crucial for training the missile's image recognition. The warhead must distinguish the carrier from escorts and background clutter. Practicing on moving targets perfects every link in the kill chain. Satellite photos show missile craters near the targets, proof the system works. China is building confidence in its ability to hit moving, defended warships from afar. This capability could change naval warfare forever. The Taklamakan is where space-age targeting becomes reality. China's carrier-killer missiles are part of a bigger plan anti-access/area denial, or A2/AD. The goal? Make it too dangerous for US forces to operate near China's coast. China wants a vast buffer zone in the Pacific, where it holds the upper hand. Hot zones like the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait are the focus. China claims almost the entire South China Sea, building and militarizing islands to enforce its claims. The US Navy challenges these claims with freedom of navigation operations. China's A2/AD strategy aims to make these missions too risky. Taiwan is another flashpoint. Beijing wants reunification, by force if needed. US carriers would be key to any defense of Taiwan. By threatening them with missiles, China hopes to deter US intervention. The risk of losing a carrier and thousands of lives could make any president hesitate. A2/AD isn't just about missiles, it's a layered defense: submarines, jets, bombers, and advanced radar. The goal is to overwhelm a US carrier group with multiple threats. The Taklamakan's Ghost Fleet shows how seriously China takes this strategy. They're practicing for a showdown in their own backyard. The message: enter at your own risk. The Pacific is no longer a safe haven for US power. Can a missile like the DF-21D actually sink a US carrier? The debate is fierce. A direct hit would cause catastrophic damage, fires, explosions, and chaos. Even if not sunk, a carrier could be knocked out of action. But US carriers aren't defenseless. Layers of protection, fighter jets, destroyers, and advanced missile interceptors stand guard. The Aegis system can track and shoot down incoming threats. The open ocean is unpredictable. Weather and electronic warfare can break the kill chain. Carriers have their own last-ditch defenses, like the Phalanx Gatling gun. China must make every link in its attack chain work perfectly. The US only needs to break one. A single missile may not sink a carrier, but a salvo could overwhelm defenses. The psychological impact of even damaging a carrier would be huge. This threat is driving new US tactics and technology. The future of naval warfare is being rewritten right now. The Taklamakan Ghost Fleet is a symbol of a new arms race between the US and China. This isn't the old Cold War. It's about advanced conventional weapons, hypersonic missiles, AI, and space tech. Both sides are pouring billions into gaining an edge in the Pacific. The desert targets show how focused this rivalry has become. Each side's defensive moves are seen as threats by the other, fueling a dangerous cycle. The risk of miscalculation is high, with so many forces operating close together. Carrier-killer missiles add urgency. Leaders have less time to decide in a crisis. A false alarm could trigger disaster. Both nations claim their buildup is defensive, but neither trusts the other. The result? More spending, less security. The fake warships are a stark reminder. This is not just theory. Both sides are preparing for a war neither wants. The arms race is real, and the stakes are global. The Taklamakan is a warning to the world. The silent warships of the Taklamakan send a powerful signal about the future of military power. They mark the end of uncontested American naval dominance. China's effort to build and test carrier killers is a direct challenge to US supremacy. The future of naval conflict is being shaped in this remote desert. These targets show China's methodical approach to military modernization. China is exploiting a specific weakness: the vulnerability of large surface ships. The Ghost Fleet is a testament to China's ambition to lead in Asia and beyond. Neither side wants war, but the arms race creates a dangerous environment. The risk is that preparations for war could spark conflict by accident or miscalculation. The fake warships are a warning. Peace is not guaranteed. Even in a connected world, great power conflict remains possible. The path forward demands careful diplomacy and restraint. The Taklamakan's silent hulks stand as a monument to a dangerous game, one that must not be played for real.